she was like, do energy vampires even exist? And I was, yes, they do. But we need to talk about it. We need to see what exactly that is. So I'm here. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Karin. I'm a trauma-trained body therapist and energy healer of combined 20 years. And on this channel, I talk about different concepts that have to do with spirituality and energy healing. So let's talk about vampires today. Do they exist, energy vampires? Yes, they do. But I want to preface this by saying that it might feel very satisfying to say that this or that person is an energy vampire, but it gives your power away. It makes you even more passive and waiting for a rescue. And in my work personally, I want to empower you. I want you to be sovereign in your energy. And well, basically, this is why we're talking about energy vampires today. What happens when we have somebody draw on our energy? Because that happens. First thing is, it happens naturally. We all draw on the energy of others. The same way that we are all manipulating the people around us to do what we want them to do. That's just human nature. In the same way, we are in an exchange of energy all the time. So if you've been trained in Reiki, you know this because your teacher taught you to use a protective bubble. The impulse was right, but the idea, the doing of it is not working because this energy exchange is normal and natural. We should be doing this when we are around people or nature or even minerals. You know, your crystals that you love so much, well, they are in an exchange of energy with you too. This is why protection might not be the thing you need, but you might need another hygiene. Okay, but that's on another page. Let's stay with the energy vampires. So be aware that being in an exchange of energy is normal. But when you are in the presence of an energy vampire, you feel like it's not an exchange, it's a leak. And basically, yes, it's exactly that. It is a leak. And the leak, and I want to say this with all the love in my heart, and I'm going to hold your hand while I'm saying this, the leak is in your energy field. And I want you to, I need to be very careful by saying this because I don't want you to understand that this means it's your fault. It doesn't mean that you did something wrong. We all have energy blocks. Energy blocks are created every day because there are a protective mechanism in the beginning. If you want to know more about energy blocks, I'm holding a free masterclass soon. The description box will give you all the information. So energy blocks are as natural as the exchange of energy. But once they are in our energetic field, they can be disturbing. And once it is created, this leak is created, it gives energy vampires the anchor point to attach their expectation cords onto. So let's talk about what that is. We always talk about cords and energetic cords linking us to other people. What really happens is we have expectations. And again, this is something very natural and normal. We as humans, we do have expectations. Imagine you're a mom and you're expecting your kids to clear their room. This is a legit and normal expectation that a parent has. But the expectation, even though it's legit and human to have, it will have an impact energetically. It will put pressure on yourself and on the other person. So when you are in the presence of an energy vampire, drawing more energy from you than you are drawing from them, it's because they have greater expectations. Okay? They have greater expectations that can attach to the leaks that you have in your energetic field. And it's not only leaks. The leak will be the thing where the cord can attach. But when you are in the presence of an energy vampire for a longer time, there will be other energy blocks that might be created, like the impotence capsules. These are capsules that encapsulate your own life force, your own energy, the whole entire system of your aura to protect you against what is coming from outside. But with time, they are not as big as your aura anymore. They shrink, but they're still in your field somewhere. And other impotence capsules that make you feel helpless and impotent in a way, meaning powerless, they can be created. So each block will build on top on another block. Then you might have resignations. Resignations are when fears are in your system for a prolonged period of time, and you feel like, well, nothing is changing anyway. So yeah, I just resign. I have a resignation. Or a suppression. That too is an energy block where you decide not even to notice something is off anymore. When you've been gaslit for so long that you decide that, well, I'm just taking it that way. Another energy block that can be created in those circumstances and others, but let's talk about energy vampires. It's what we call the inversion. The inversion is an energy block that is created when over a long period of time, you feel helpless, you feel hopeless. You know that help isn't coming. And as I said, when you give yourself this label, you are disempowering yourself. You are making yourself more passive than you should. And then you are realizing, well, help isn't coming. So you decide to put on a brave face in front of this adversity, in front of this difficult situation that is created by the expectation or maybe even by living with that person. So you just decide that, well, there's nothing I can do. So I'd rather be smiling and be nice and live my life the best I can. Of course, truth distortions are a big part of these energy blocks that will be created when you are in the presence of energy vampires, because they will gaslight you. They will make you believe that this is not happening. They might even be saying what I just said. This is just normal. We are in an exchange of energy. And you will start believing that, and that will create distortions in your energy field that will make you feel even more tired. So you don't have your own energy at your disposal. And from that energy that should be at your disposal, you are giving away even more. But there's another aspect that we need to consider, because I often get these questions from wives, girlfriends, partners, who are asking me, is my partner an energy vampire? And yes, that might be, absolutely. But what we need to consider is also that societally, we are, as women, bearing the brunt of the labor, the emotional labor, the mental load, but also the labor of keeping up the household and maybe the kids. So when a partner says, well, I'm tired too, so suck it up, it's not only drawing on energy, it's also contempt. It's contempt for the work, the labor, the load that you have, that you manage. And especially when it's chronic, that can certainly be something that is weighing on your shoulders, that is weighing on the partnership. So this is just something that I need to bring into the conversation, because it's not only about energy blocks and cords and chakras. Life is complex, and we need to take this complexity into consideration. So what can you do when you are in the presence of an energy vampire? You can work on your own system first. There are many tools that I am giving up for free. Some of them are in the description box, like holding mudras to supercharge your chakras, to make your energy field stronger and help it clear energy blocks by itself. Then you can clear energy blocks by yourself. As I said, there is a free masterclass on April 11th. It will be, free. And there will be a recording for my school community members. So if you want to join that, again, everything is in the description box, where I will be teaching a tool that you can use without having to know which of the blocks that I mentioned is there, which one are you clearing. You don't need to know that. You don't need to know in which chakra it is or other dimensions of your aura. You just use the tool and you will clear it block by block by block. And that will help a lot. So clearing these energy blocks will help a lot. What will not help is the protective bubble, because the protective bubble will be exhausting you more to hold it up. Because as I said in the beginning, this energy exchange is normal. We do that with people. So having a protective bubble would be sewing your mouth shut just because you do not want to eat, because your teeth get sticky when you eat. So what do? You eat, and then you expel what you've eaten. Once you extract the nutrients, and then you brush your teeth, and then you eat again. Don't put yourself in a protective bubble, not in real life and not in sessions. Please don't. And if you're interested to know why, description box, I will tell you anything about that. So, and realize that when you are in the presence, especially if it's your partner, being in the presence of an energy vampire is not a solo job. You need help. You need support. So whether that is a community of people like my school for energy healers, or it's family members, or it's the village around you, the literal or the metaphorical village around you, you need support. You need to have somebody hold your hand with that. As much as you can do by yourself, it's so much easier when you have the support of others. So closing my arguments here. An energy vampire is a story that makes one person the villain and keeps you waiting. The more, in my opinion, the more honest and the more empowering question is, what is happening in my energy system that I can clear, that I can change, so that the natural flow of things, the natural energy exchange can happen without me being the one giving more, without the other person being the one getting more. That would be the question that I would personally ask, and I encourage you to ask yourself. And if you need help with that, I'm happy to be one of the persons holding your hand. Join my community. We're all there for you, and hope to see you soon on this channel anyway. So like or dislike, the algorithm doesn't care, but I do very much, because you help me spread my words. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. See you soon.